Good morning, it's good to see you. We're back in the city today. I've got a few things to pick up and organise. The back issue is becoming an issue. It's not getting any better, so that's concerning. I'm hoping I'm not having to put the trip back. What it has done though, it has raised a couple of questions in me about ageing and being a full-time traveller as I get older. So I thought I'd touch on a few of the problems I'm noticing as I get older throughout the course of the video. This will be as chaotic and as disjointed as any video I think I've ever done, so strap in. I see a couple of guys down there. Looks like they're about to jump in the water. I asked them what they're about and said they're cleaning the pontoons. They've got the army fatigues on, so I wonder if they're associated with them at all. I'm down in Murray Street Mall and I saw this man sitting in a window box and I have no idea what he's doing, but fortunately we have someone on hand that's going to give us a bit of an insight. Kate, thanks very much for having a chat.
Anytime.
What is going on?
So we have Eli here sitting in a glass box. This is an activation we're currently running for ECU, the university, making you feel like you've outgrown your career. Anyone can relate to it. You're sitting in a box every day, trapped inside, you can't get out. Groundhog Day doesn't end, but there is a solution. You can go and study postgrad at ECU and your world of opportunities will open up. There's so much more to do and life doesn't have to be the same.
Kate, how long is he going to be in the box for? We're a bit concerned about him.
He's in for 3 hours. Don't worry, there's plenty of ventilation. It's open at the top, there's blinds at the back. He's comfortable working away, doing what he does every day, and he's trapped.
Thanks, Kate. She could sell anything, I think. I appreciate it, Kate. Have a good day.
Have a lovely day.
Bye.
See ya.
I have to ask you to make sure he's okay. Are you okay then, mate? Can we get you a cup of coffee or an orange juice? Oh no, I think he's studying. He's not to be disturbed. We'll leave him to it. I guess the first obvious aspect of travelling as we get older is the physicality of it. What with my back as it is now, I've always got one knee that hurts. There's always a shoulder problem or an elbow problem, or the physicality of travelling catches up with you when you're travelling full time. I'd get onto a plane, I get onto planes with 7 kilograms. Within a month or so, I'm carrying 10, and I notice when I'm walking with a 10 kilogram pack, I'm not going as fast or as far. So that's something that becomes a little bit problematic when you're used to sort of saying, oh, it's only 2 k's from the hotel or the guest house to the railway station, I'll just walk that. And then you get to the end of the 2 k's and you think, oh gee, I don't know whether I should have done that. There's no way I could carry a 10 kilogram pack now, and that's one of the things that's sort of restricting me or stopping me or making me think twice about getting on the plane. So the physicality of travel starts to loom over you as you get older, and you wonder how you're going to navigate it. It's certainly not a matter of thinking, well, I'm going to have to stop traveling. Not at all. You just have to sort of compromise and find ways around it. Okay, you might have to take a taxi. First world problems, I guess. I just went and bought some new shoes because I destroy shoes and I've got plantar fasciitis, and this back issue restricts me bending over, so I've had to get the girl today, here's the photo, had to get the girl today to put on my shoes and socks. Lovely girl, didn't trouble her at all. I was surprised she didn't have to wear some gloves. But we've got new shoes, not sure about the back. I think I have to postpone this flight again because it's not getting better. Like, it's fair to say I don't always get the best rates on the street, but they are by far a lot better than what you find in our Australian malls. You compare that to the street value in Sanur and Kuta or around the world anywhere, and I think you'd have to agree that yeah, you'd have to be pretty desperate to change your money in a Western money exchange. And I don't know whether it's me just getting older and more frugal or whatever, but the last time I came, the last couple of times I've come through Denpasar Airport, I've noticed with that new structure that they have of the exchange counters, their margins now are considerably higher than what I remember them to be. Well, that's the feeling I get anyway. Whereas once you might lose 5%, now it's closer to 10, 12, maybe 15, could be wrong on the 15. But I just got the sense that the money changes as you come through Denpasar Airport are yeah, starting to get the claws into us. I'm standing at the base of the bell tower, which I'll show you in a minute, but it's become the designated area for securing love locks. There are literally thousands upon thousands of these locks secured to the surrounding fence, not just on one side but on the other side. Somewhat sadly, dear viewer, I've yet to have the privilege. I'm waiting for the tower to open. I know many of you are familiar with the bell tower because a lot of people viewers from Western Australia and also Australia, but I do have a lot of people who live overseas and want to see some things about Perth. So there's the side view or side perspective. The bells that hang in the tower were gifted to the city of Perth and come from St Martin in the Fields, Trafalgar Square. They were given to us for the bicentennial celebrations in '88, and the bells were erected with the tower in 2001. I'm not sure they're going to ring the bells while we're here, so look, I might take a pass on going into the tower and keep moving. I think that might signal the opening of the tower. I've got something I can't avoid, so we might have to come back. One thing I think we take for granted in Perth and in Australia in general is the amount of green space that we have access to or available to us. A lot of the cities that I've been to in Southeast Asia don't have that. Jakarta is one that comes to mind, Phnom Penh's another one. Sure, there are places that you can go and find a little bit of green space to sit in, but not to the degree of what we're spoilt with in Perth. The building you see behind me is the Supreme Court of Western Australia. Another thing that is a little bit problematic, or is something that I've noticed recently about being an old traveller, an old full-time traveller, is when I was in Phnom Penh not that long ago, about 2 months, I think it was 2 or 3 months, for the first time I can recall, I felt a little bit vulnerable. I was walking back late at night and I was heading from a bar area to where I was staying, and I got the sense that I was being sized up, and that's never occurred to me before. I've never felt it before. It's a bit like wolves circling a pack looking for the weak or the young, and there was nothing that happened from that, and maybe I misread what was going on. But after a long time of traveling, you get the feeling, you know, the way people look at you, the way that they sort of are in your orbit, or they're sort of hovering, you get the sense, you have a feeling of what their intentions are. And it was the first time in the middle of Phnom Penh that I felt vulnerable. I felt that I was a soft target. I could potentially be robbed, or perhaps even worse. So as an old full-time traveller, these things are starting to occur to me that I never had to consider before. In Perth, we have quite a variation of temperatures throughout the year. We can go from 17 degrees, 18 degrees in winter up to 45 possibly. One thing you develop in the summer particularly, or I'd have at least, I think probably many others as well, is by about 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, you can pretty much gauge what the temperature is going to be like at its highest maximum. And today, I'm just going to throw it out there, I think we could be pushing 40. One thing about Perth is you don't have to go too far to find a mural. Some of them are really, really, really interesting pieces. I get the feeling this guy's just kicking back, watching his fishing rods, waiting for a strike. And here we have some West Australian flora and fauna. Is that a numbat down the bottom, and black cockatoo at the top? We've got some banksias and some otherworldly creature. I won't bore you with too many more murals, but I do like them. He's a long way away, a bit of surrealism. I always get the feeling that this lady on the left here is sort of Eastern European facial features, quite a sturdy nose. I know for me, as well as for many of you guys, it's really interesting to talk to the other people we meet when we're traveling around the world. And Nick and Helena have been kind enough to give me a little bit of their time. Thanks guys, I appreciate it.
No worries.
Where are you from?
Germany and
Belgium.
Germany and Belgium, yeah? Is Australia part of a longer trip? Have you come overland through Asia, or?
yeah, she's already here since 3 years.
Oh.
1 year since she was last time in Europe. I'm also since 3 years here, and the last time I was home was about 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So you like Australia then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
We do.
If there were a couple of things that you particularly are fond of in Australian culture or the Australian ways, could you identify any of those?
Definitely. It's the open-mindedness. People are much more open, which is probably related, I could imagine, because of the weather. There's so much sunshine. It's often, like most of the time, blue skies. In Europe, it's the other way around. There are more cloudy days than sunny days.
Yeah.
And I think that does a lot. The people in Europe are more close, especially in Germany. I don't know about Belgium. I haven't been there yet, but
Can I ask your ages? Your age?
Almost 26.
26 and?
24.
Right. And more travel in your life?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Safe. Yeah, I think it gives a lot also for character development to see how other cultures and people live.
Sure.
Because in Germany people are always complaining about everything, but if they would travel more and see how other people live in the world, they would shut up, I think.
Nick, Helena, thank you so much. You've been
No
really
worries.
generous to stop and have a talk. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, no worries.
travellers. You've got to love them. Another one of the problems travelling a lot when you're old is digital fatigue. I am getting really annoyed at all the QR codes and the digital cards and the often tiresome, lengthy visa applications. I've mentioned it before, I know, but you know, the India visa is 11 pages long. It just takes its toll. When you're moving quickly through countries particularly, you just get fed up with dedicating so much of your time to completing all these bits of, well, what I'd say was paperwork, but online information. It's sort of, I know it's a first world problem, and I'm not really complaining. It goes with the territory. Now, I wouldn't change anything for my life, but as I don't know whether it's an age thing, but I get the sense that it probably affects those travellers who are older as opposed to the young kids, and they're just flicking around on their phone and they do it in no one's time. But yeah, digital fatigue, all that stuff, that's a problem. I think even I have to admit that my beard looks a bit scraggly from time to time, so I've dropped in to get it professionally done to set me up for the next leg of the trip. I am getting served by, sorry, Collie, was it? Collie is your name?
Yes.
Collie, I detect a bit of an accent there. Where are you from?
I'm from Spain, in Canary Islands.
Ah, okay. How long in Australia now?
At the moment, only 4 months.
4 months?
I am new here.
What are you thinking, okay?
Yes, I like it, It's a very different.
Collie, I don't want it to be too short, but I just want it tidied up, yeah? And I don't want a lip exposed. I just want that lip, but just clean it up, make it a bit closer to the face. Is that possible?
Okay,
Yeah?
it's possible.
Thank you, sir.
And here, fade. Small fade.
Sure. What's a fade?
Okay.
Oh, he mixes, blends it in. Oh, right. Us old people, we really must keep up with things, yeah? Collie, can I ask you something?
Yes.
What is the secret to life? What makes a happy man?
Happy?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe me always happy because I have only one life, you know?
Yeah.
I think I don't have a time for losing my time sad or have a different problem.
Enjoy every day, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And you were cutting hair in Spain also? Learning here?
Yes.
Yeah?
¿Cuánto tiempo está trabajando como barbeiro?
In the barber shop, 4 months.
4 months already, yeah?
Yes. No, 4 years, sorry.
4 years?
Yes.
Oh, it's a long time. You've done your apprenticeship,
Yes,
yeah?
a long time.
And do you have future ideas or plans to travel, Collie? Would you like to see other parts of the world?
Travels?
Yeah.
Yes. Me, I see in 5 years, don't go to Spain.
Don't go?
No.
Why?
Because I prefer this 5 years going to a different country, new language.
Could you speak English before you came to Australia?
No. All my English is here.
Really?
Never I studied English in my life.
You've
Only
done very,
here
very
in
well.
Australia.
You speak very, very well for someone at
Oh, no, thank you.
And do you have a partner at all, Collie?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here.
From Spain or Australian?
From French.
French?
Yes.
You like to mix it up, Collie, huh?
Yes. But your question, yes, I see travel more.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Me, I think here in total 2 years. And after going to Punta Cana or maybe Florida.
Florida?
Yes.
What's the attraction to Florida?
Because I have one friend in Florida, I have one company, good company. Say me one time, hey Arturo, come here, learn from my company, it's good.
Yeah.
And the company is trading. And me, why not?
Sure.
The life is only one, you know?
It doesn't have to be forever, my friend.
Yeah.
What is it you think you like about Australia most, Collie?
I like it because it's very, very, very different for comparative my country, and I like it because this country is possible you have a lot of different opportunity in the life, in the work. I think I like for this.
You don't have the opportunity in Spain?
Yes, but No, a lot, because now Spain is difficult.
Why? Why is it difficult?
A lot taxes, don't have a work, you are a student, the life is impossible. Because the salary is in 1 month 1,100.
Euro or Australian?
Euros.
Euros, yeah.
Euros. The room, only one room is 800.
Okay.
It's difficult the life in Canary, in all Spain, I think.
Yeah.
And for example, in Canary Island, in my island, don't have university, don't have nothing.
Really?
Yes. For this, I see don't have a lot of opportunities. But here, yes.
Guys, thank you so much. I forgot the name of the place already.
No mas.
No mas.
Yeah.
No mas. Good guys down here. You should drop in and see them. Thank you, Colin.
Fresh, man.
Sorry?
Looks fresh.
Thank you, my friend. You're from Brazil.
Yeah, I'm Brazilian.
Whereabouts in Brazil?
São Paulo.
São Paulo.
Yeah.
Oh, the big. How did you get out?
The concrete jungle.
How did you get out, man? What happened there? Thank you, man.
It's really hard, man.
Yeah.
Even I don't know.
How long now in Australia?
Around 2 years and 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Came to learn English.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like you're doing okay at it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, man.
Be very good, guys.
Bye.
See you.
Bye.
So if you want the, oops, nearly walking into people. If you want the worldly experience, this is the guy here. Thomas Barbershop. I feel all young and youthful. Another thing that comes with being an old full-time traveller is you get sick of the long haul. 3.5 hours to Bali, can do that. Stepping out a bit further, I've got a flight to KL coming up soon, and I'm going to be one of those guys that you see down the back of the plane or in the aisle who's doing the calf raises or doing the squats or doing the bends and you know, that DVT worry you might have as you get older. I just find it now quite arduous to do anything over 3.5 hours. 5.5 to KL. Hopefully you get a bit of a sleep in. I have been trying to step away from the overnight or red eyes because it just puts you out of whack, but one of the advantages of having those is you get a bit of a sleep in, a little bit of a sleep that makes it go a bit quicker. But yeah, the long hauls, this is about as touristy as it gets. I'm in a lane called London Court. It has a medieval feel. It's designed in such a way that to give the impression you're back in old London town in the 1500s, I guess, or earlier perhaps. Another thing as an old traveller that I find I'm doing more and more is I'm having to check about 3 or 4 times for everything. If I pack up, if I go anywhere, I'm always touching my pockets and my money belt, and I'm looking for my phone. And when I'm about to leave a place, I get away from that. If I'm about to leave a place, I'm checking the cupboards of the room 3 times. I just feel that I'm you know, possibly going to leave with something out, and there's just a little bit of anxiety, even though you've done it hundreds, thousands of times. Getting older, these types of forgetful things, you feel that you don't trust yourself perhaps as much as you did. Not a major thing, but I think it's quite funny the way I sort of find myself going in circles. The ADHD doesn't help with that type of thing either. Just making my way home on the train, I thought I'd show people in other countries what we sometimes have to contend with in Australia when the heats get to the point where they affect transport. So we've just been notified on the boards that train services may be delayed due to the heat, and obviously what happens is the heat affects the tracks. There's an expansion of the rail, and as a cautionary measure, the trains run a bit slower just in case there is any buckling. It's unlikely, very unlikely. It was just a precaution. So yeah, we might have to wait a little while. I know I can be a little bit critical of Perth and Western living being a bit sterile or a bit predictable, but when you're only coming back for a short time, you can actually enjoy it because, you know, there is still a part of it that is home. That's just about it for this one. As always, thanks very much for coming along for the ride. I'll try not to get run over. I hope you're well and happy in life and doing the things you want to do. It's getting hot.